Hey, welcome back to another episode of Level Up number 25, where we help you build and grow your dream practice and live that dream lifestyle.
Yay.
Today's question comes from Susan Worcester. I'm hoping I said that right. And Susan's question is, how do you determine your rate?
Oh, such a good question, and one that we get asked all the time. But before we dive into our response to that question, we just want to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring this series. They're an amazing EHR, and if you guys are in need, they're offering you 2 free months. To check them out, use the code PPS as in Private Practice Startup, and you can click the link below in the chat for therapynotes.com to take advantage of that.
I love free stuff.
Yes, free stuff is so good for sure.
Let's talk
but not
about
free therapy, right? When you need to make a living. So let's transition.
That is true. Not free therapy. You got into therapy or you got into private practice really to make a difference. And we really want to encourage you that sometimes we have to deprogram ourselves from either the schooling that we had or the agency work where we worked really hard and barely made ends meet. You know, you are in private practice because you're out there to make a difference and you deserve to get paid well for what you do.
Yes, and if you don't look at your own relationship with money and work through some of the money mindset blocks that happen, it will wreak havoc in your business in all sorts of crazy ways. And you don't want that happening, right?
And one of the really important things to do is when it comes to business and planning your goals is always to start with the end in mind. So when you're determining your rate, it's not a great idea to be like, I'm just going to charge $100.
Or let me look around and do some market research and see what my neighbors are charging, and then I'll just go with that.
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
What's really good to do is, number one, determine the lifestyle that you want to live. So thinking about a year time frame, you know, what is it that you want to be able to make in a year? How many vacations do you want to take? You probably should plan for sick. Do you want to put money away for retirement and savings? Like, those are the things that we need to think of first.
Yeah.
A lot of times we think of the hourly rate and we look at our expenses, and that's the only things we think about. And we have to share with you one of our favorite authors, Mike Michalowicz, Profit First. He's like, that is a no-no, folks. We're going to put that link in the resources section as well. A definite read, Profit First.
Yeah, and we also have an amazing resource for you guys. We have a fee calculator that will help you look at all of those different categories and also your expenses, so you can really look at, okay, here's the income that I need to make in a year, here's how many clients I need to see in a week, here's how much I need to charge per session. And so it's not looking at your neighbors, it's not looking at your, other different factors. Of course, the other factors matter, such as your level of expertise, how many years you've been in the field, if you have a high level of specialization in an area, or you're extremely niched down and you're the expert, you can charge more for those types of things. So
you can, and sometimes we're not really confident about that. So whatever you decide to charge, you have to state that really confidently and clearly.
And then stop talking. Zip it. Zip. Yep. Zip it.
Zip the lip. And one of the other things too that I want to remind you guys that often we don't think about, which is we only think about it on April 15th, our favorite uncle. No, Uncle Sam, right? So you also want to look at your taxes. You have to pay your taxes. So that's a really important thing to determine all of those things. So looking at all of those things together is really going to help you determine your rate. And it's actually kind of a cool experience. I actually sat down with a colleague and one of our past coachees last week, and we ran through some numbers, and he was amazed. He's like, you mean I only have to work 17 days? 17 hours for the week? 17 days, my goodness. Let me rephrase that. 17 hours of seeing clients to make my income. And he thought he had to work 30. And it wasn't true.
That's a big difference.
Hopefully,
yes. Numbers don't lie.
No, numbers don't lie. So hopefully, Susan, this gave you some ideas on what to look for, and maybe this will provide you some relief and also some exercises to do of really boosting your confidence in regards to declaring what your rate is and really living your dream lifestyle.
Yes, absolutely. And if you guys have additional questions that you would love to have us answer in this Ask Us series, definitely in the Level Up series, look for the Ask Us post in our Facebook group that comes out every Tuesday. And we'll make sure to look at your questions, respond to those in the post, and maybe you'll end up in one of these actual videos. So we hope you guys enjoyed, and remember, you guys got this. We're here for you.
And any other further information, check out privatepracticestartup.com. Take care, everybody. Have an awesome and inspired day.